listening to Heroes in the Moment. What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we're doing our weekly recap, number 55.
Huge. We got big
We got
news.
a lot of news. So should we start with our number one?
I think we gotta go like the casting rumors first.
The casting rumors first?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I can 100% do
I
that.
feel like
We can do that. So for some big news we have for MCU-wise, we'll start with the number one biggest casting rumors we've been talking about for years now is Mr. Fantastic. But this one apparently is very a possibility. And that being Pedro Pascal might be the MCU's Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I saw that he was in final talks. And listen, first thing we gotta say is we love him.
Love him.
And no hate to nothing. Or the actor he is, but I just don't see it. I mean, I think there's a reason all these huge A-list actors have passed. I said, no, Adam Driver,
right.
all these dudes. I don't see Pedro Pascal in that role.
I don't see him as Mr. Fantastic.
He would have been a better Doom, but I still don't see him as a Doom.
I think he'd be a great Ben Grimm thing. I think
he'd be better than that.
I think he would be very well placed for Pedro Pascal's thing. But I don't see him as Mr. Fantastic. Like you said, no hate. We love Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He's just not Mr. Fantastic. I feel like, again, it's all that same time. Like, whenever, I think what kind of screwed them up is whenever they did tease Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness I know it was fan service, but honestly, they should have just cast Krasinski. Like, Krasinski was the perfect Mr. Fantastic, and I know he might not have been so keen to do it, but I think he would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal, we love him, but it just doesn't fit. We say the same about Adam Driver too, though.
Yeah, well, you gotta think back to the beginning of Marvel. Who did they cast as Iron Man? Who did they cast as Thor?
Right.
Who did they cast as Captain America? These guys, they're either no names, they're just starting, or they're down their luck, like RDJ.
Right.
And look what happened. I just don't like this trend that they're doing of casting the biggest A-list actors at the time.
Right.
I don't see it.
I think the reason that they're doing it, and I think they did well with Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm because I think that fits.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
She's
one.
not as huge, but I think that's
huge,
good
but that's a good casting. I think the reason they're looking for someone to be such an A-list big star to be Mr. Fantastic is they want to bring in more people to see it. But I don't think they would have a problem.
They're big enough though that even with
and it's
no
Fantastic
names, they're going to
Four
go see
in the
it.
MCU. You know, we obviously want that. But with Pedro Pascal as a possibility, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things.
I don't see it. I
mean,
said,
maybe we'll be surprised, but
I saw some memes of course he said yes. The movie's going to be about him being a dad. He plays every role where he has a kid.
That's so true.
But I don't know. I feel like Disney is just passing them around to all their different roles.
That's true. So we'll see what happens there. But this new news number we both really like, and that being that Javier Bardem is rumored to be Galactus.
That's fire.
That's a great casting.
He is he's absolutely amazing. I think he's one of the most underrated actors, especially in the 2007 film No Country for Old Men. He plays a villain, and he is absolutely terrifying as this unhinged psychopath.
Right.
So I'm really excited to see him in that.
He's got that voice too.
Yeah,
I mean, I really can see.
I just see him too as Galactus.
I think he would be
it just works.
Incredible version of that. I completely agree with that. Also, with Fantastic Four rumors, it's rumored that Reed and Sue will already apparently be parents in this MCU story. Now, this actually kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Because obviously we haven't had a really good Fantastic Four film. I mean, I like the 2005 version.
Yeah, but they're not great.
They're not great. And here I was hoping for it to be when I first heard the MCU was doing it, I was like, this is going to be the best one yet. It's going to be great. Now I'm getting a little bit nervous after what we've seen.
Especially with the rumor, too, that it's not even going to be based on them. The lead is going to be Sue.
Right. And I'm just like, why? And then why is it going to happen? Why are they going to have kids already? We don't want that. We want the traditional Fantastic Four team, Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm, all of these things we want. And we've never really gotten a really good rendition of that. No matter what they say, they can say all they want. Well, you've already got Fantastic Four movies. I'm like,
20 years ago.
20 years, right. And we haven't got a really good one, and we haven't got an MCU version of one. So it needs to be really well executed. So it makes me nervous the possibility that they're going to already be these characters, already going to be established. I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
So hopefully they'll readjust, and maybe this is just a fake rumor. I don't know. But we'll see with that. All right, next casting. I don't think this is a rumor. I think this is a confirmed one.
Yeah.
That Steven Yeun will be playing the MCU Sentry in Thunderbolts.
The guy got range.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
I never thought I would see it, but I think he pulled it off.
I think he'll pull it off. I mean, in Century, though, one part, it's like, why is he going to be the villain in Thunderbolts? And how is that going to correlate? Because they don't have a shot. So
no, they're not a
so
shot. So
how are they going to do it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we'll see if they explain it really well or not. So Stephen Yeun will be MCU Century.
Going from like Invincible to what's the movie? Nope to like that Netflix show Beef or whatever it was called. He's been a lot of projects recently, so
we'll see what happens there. All right, then we got some interesting news. Being Destin Daniel Cretton, director of Shang-Chi, is no longer set to direct Avengers Kang Dynasty.
I think this just spells bad news at Marvel. I think he's seen all this stuff, obviously, with Jonathan Majors, and I think he sees it writing on the wall. Like, why'd you want your name attached to that?
Yeah.
So I think he's dipping while the time's right, to be honest.
I don't know, though. It just makes me nervous, though, because, like, the Avengers movies of Marvel, like, are just, they have such, like,
like they have a pull to
they do. They have a pull to them. They're supposed to be massive movies, and the fact that somebody's stepping out is it's nerve-wracking.
If I were them, man, I'm canceling those movies. I'm pushing them off to the future, and I'm focusing on what we got now.
They never should have announced them in the first place. That was their problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had to because they were leaked.
They were leaked, so they need to quit with them leaks because it's hurting them.
That's hard to do.
It is hurting them, though, but. Yeah, that's a little bit nerve-wracking.
I think it's bad news for sure.
So we'll see, though. And then Taika Waititi is no longer officially confirmed not doing Thor 5.
A little round of applause.
W.
I've seen no hate. Taika, he makes really good projects, but he's not the right man for the job.
He's not anymore. Yeah. After he failed with Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder. Yeah. But Thor 5 is confirmed to be in the works. That's exciting. Give me a grounded Logan-like story for Thor Odinson, please.
They got to go like deep into like the Nordic like mythology. I feel like it'd be fire. Like a really dark version of it.
Dark version. Awesome. It'd be sick. And I think
so cool. Refreshing.
Yeah. Yes. And
Chris Hemsworth we've really only gotten one good Thor movie. Well, yeah, one really good. Thor 1 was.
I enjoyed Thor 1.
Yeah, but I want someone that will blow my socks off.
I agree completely.
What we think will be the last one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the DCU, to move over there, we have some more casting rumors when it comes to Superman Legacy. First one, Maria Gabrielle joins the cast as a member of the Authority in Superman Legacy, so that's interesting. And then this one is, and actually Get Fandom posted this, so I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
It has to be true.
And that Nicholas Hoult is in final talks to play Lex Luthor in Superman Legacy.
I love that. I love that.
Perfect.
He needs it, man.
He needs it, and he'll kill it. I think he'll be a great Lex Luthor.
I love him.
I do too.
For too long, he's been playing like these side characters.
He has been. So to be Lex Luthor is such a big capacity is really cool. That's awesome. For Legacy. So I love that completely. All right, now Aquaman trailer 2 dropped, and it's a little bit smaller of a trailer, but we're going to talk about it here instead of doing a full-on podcast.
Yeah.
And really, the thing I want to highlight is Black Manta kidnaps baby as part of their DNA to get to the Black Triton.
Yeah, I think this is a huge L.
This is why people walked out.
Yeah,
this is why the reviewers walked out.
No wonder they kept this like from the very first look.
No, this is going to be the part they walked out on. The baby's going to like emerge in the water and like use water powers as a little baby and like
Jack.
Yeah, almost. Like Jack. But it's going to be live action. It's going to look so bad. That's the part that everybody walked out. Guarantee it. That's what's gonna happen, and then me and you were gonna not walk out, and we're gonna see what happens.
Nah, dude, I'll join them. Just shoot, man. I'll walk out.
I'll walk out,
man.
Some
Chipotle or something.
I've never walked out of a movie, but that might be. If that happens, we'll see. So essentially, like the acting's not that good. It's very cheesy. Jason Momoa is very cheesy.
Like a very like a bromance situation with him and the other dude.
Honestly, like it feels like Thor: Love and Thunder. It feels very like Thor: Love and Thunder. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're not.
I think it feels so much like Thor: Love and Thunder. Like where Aquaman 1, I really enjoyed, and I think it was a good movie. And then this one feels like to its Ragnarok, the Thor: Love and Thunder to its Ragnarok. And I'm nervous, and I think it just doesn't look that appealing. It's got that brother bromance comedy going for it.
It doesn't work.
It's trying to redeem.
It's not the early 2000s.
It's not. It's trying to redeem Ocean Master. It's just not it. And Black Manta, I wanted to see as a really cool villain. I think could potentially
great actor too.
Oh yeah, but Manta kidnapping the baby boy and the whole synapses there.
Yeah, DNA. I'm not with it.
I'm not with it at all. It's got to be a member of the royal family. No, there's more.
I feel like this will be the last nail in Warner Brothers Discovery's coffin. Like they've been struggling for a while, and after this, like 100%, they're getting bought up by Universal or Apple. Or
well, I mean, I think this will bomb at the box office.
They're going to lose so much money.
But this is the last movie of the DCEU. Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's like, okay, we'll get this done, and then with James Gunn's Legacy, Superman Legacy, maybe we'll be back on top.
I want it. I want that to happen.
I know. We want it. We need it.
Yeah.
We got to get it. So
I know.
We'll see.
It's sad, man.
I know. All right. So now, big news. Huge. Hype news.
That seems like just happened like 15 minutes ago.
Best news of all time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not all time, but one of the best we've ever covered.
Of all time.
Maybe that we've ever covered. And that being Dave Filoni is officially the new director and over Star Wars as a whole capacity.
Yeah, he's like, what's the title? It's like creative
executive. Like, is he CEO of Star Wars? Like, is that what I'm hearing right now?
The chief creative officer of Star
CCO.
Wars. So he's still under.
He's still under Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy,
but he has apparently control.
He has complete creative control. So just a true
applause.
clap.
First of all, thank you, Disney. That is a good move. That's what Star Wars fans want.
Yep.
He respects the brand. Yep. He's true to the brand.
He's a fan of the brand. He served right under George Lucas.
Yeah, and obviously, like, the result is your movies and shows are going to be a lot less corporate feeling. Mm-hmm. You know, if this was the case, I don't think that sequel trilogy would have turned out the way it did.
It definitely would have. And it would have been creative, amazing. And I can't wait to see what he does with the future of Star Wars. He's the guy to do it. And that gets me excited for the movies to come, like Heir to the Empire and all of these other ones that are coming. It makes me so excited. And I know he's going to make the right creative decisions moving forward with Star Wars. Yeah. So I'm very, very hyped with that.
W News. All right, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Our podcast, Here's in the Moment, is available on all major podcast platforms. So go ahead and check that out. And if you want to stay up to date with our new episodes, announcements, and updates, check out our Instagram, Here's in the Moment.
And we just want to thank y'all for listening. And as always, we love you 3000.